What's up? I'm Zach. Welcome to Tokenomics. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on pStake. So what is pStake? pStake is a liquid staking protocol, and with pStake's main goal is to unlock liquidity of staked assets. Some problems with staking at the moment, according to pStake, are just like an opportunity cost and capital inefficiency. So staking assets cannot be used for other purposes like borrowing or lending. There's relatively lower yields. Yields for staking assets are relatively lower compared to those of DeFi protocols with lending or yield farming functionality. There's also an inability to access instant liquidity. Protocols impose like unbonding or unstaking time restrictions. I know you've probably seen it before. It takes like whatever 12 cycles or a day or a week. And to ensure that the security of the network is not hampered during, let's say, black swan events. So they're trying to change this. There's network security. Due to the fact that staking positions are illiquid in nature, some token holders prefer not to stake them, thus reducing the overall security of the network. Users have to decide, usually, between staking their assets to secure the underlying blockchain or network and thereby earning some stable yields, or use their assets in DeFi protocols to earn relatively higher, but in some situations more unstable yields. So this is like the opportunity cost, weighing them both up. Scoping out, right, the cumulative market cap of proof of stake networks is rapidly approaching 500 billion. To be more precise, over 3 million stakers have staked 371 million as of the 1st of December this year, and are currently earning a benchmark just over 10% annually, which is a lot better than the 1% or whatever you're going to get down the bank. So the difference though is nearly 110 billion in difference between the proof of stakes market cap and the assets that are staked. This demonstrates there's a widespread reluctance from some investors to temporarily liquefy their assets. That is where pStake comes in, and it's trying to fill the gap in this market. Cosmos's native token Atom is currently on pStake, but there's plans for others like Solana. So let's just do an example. Let's say James has 100 Atom tokens, but he can't decide whether to stake them on the blockchain or use DeFi for higher rewards. With pStake, he can do both. He deposits his 100 Atom tokens and gets 100 pAtoms, the P from pStake, get it? And this represents a claim on the original 100 Atom tokens. And James can claim back his original 100 Atom tokens by unwrapping his pAtom balance at any time. But what James can also do is he can stake these pAtom tokens via pStake to receive the Cosmos network staking reward. Let's say this number is 8%, and this is all pretty normal so far. However, what James can also do is he can convert those pAtom tokens whilst they are staked to the STK Atom tokens, which are one-to-one pegged with ERC20 tokens, giving James leverage within the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem to earn even more rewards on top of the original staking reward. So let's say he provides liquidity to SushiSwap. He can then earn 10% there and the 8% originally for his staking to Cosmos. So now he's earning 18% instead of just the original 8 or 10. So what pStake is doing is creating a layer of liquidity in between two layers. I've actually done a walkthrough on this, which you can find here or in the description, so check that out. pStake has launched liquidity staking for Cosmos Atom and Persistence XPRT token, with support for Ethereum, Solana and other Cosmos-based assets in the works, but not quite there yet. So pStake is the protocol, but there's also pBridge, and this is the bridge between the different blockchains which currently powers pStake. I know it's a little bit confusing, but pBridge ensures that transactions at one end, i.e. the applications, are executed then on the other end, i.e. the protocol. pBridge is fast, it's decentralized, it's a high crash fault tolerance, etc, etc. You get the idea. Another thing to note is that all the STK tokens are fungible in nature, which is crucial in my opinion, and the pStake token is the governance and incentivization token of the pStake protocol, and it is an ERC20 token. In previous backing, on November 16th, pStake raised 10 million US dollars. This was in strategic funding to bootstrap the liquid staking protocol. And this came from the likes of Three Arrows Capital, Sequoia Capital India, Coinbase and Kraken Ventures, with angel investors like Duquan of Terra and Ajit Tripoli of Aave. I'm sorry if I'm butchering those names. According to pStake's Tokenomics, which was released yesterday, and I don't think it's the same strategic round, but it could be, they also raised $10 million, this time at a $50 million valuation, fully diluted valuation, so that's 50 million, which would then put a price of 10 cents per token. Now, us in retail, if we get the opportunity to participate in the Coinlist sale, and that is a big if, because there's hundreds of thousands of people usually in these sales, pStake are again raising 10 million US dollars, but this time they have a valuation per token of 40 cents. Okay, so this puts the total valuation for pStake, the full FDV, at 200 million valuation. Now, this is a lot less than the 640 million that we had for Uni with the previous Coinlist sale. And if you guys miss out on the allocation, on the lottery on Coinlist, do come down to our Telegram. I've left the links in the description. We give out the alpha. We've got a great growing community down there, and we find early stage projects for NFTs, IDOs, ICOs. So if you miss Coinlist, don't worry, there's a lot more out there, and we've got a great community showing the way for everybody. Here we have the token supply and the vesting periods. 2% on the Alpha Launchpad and 2% here on the protocol. Bootstrapping is fully liquid on the Token Genesis event. They're represented here in red and light blue. For the team, we can see in maroon, they have an 18-month cliff. This means they're not getting any tokens until the 18-month mark, which is about regular, more or less. Some protocols have it, or some projects have it a bit earlier, some have it a bit later, and that's getting fully vested over another 18 months, so 36 months in total for the team. For us in the public sale, 5%, well, 25% is a vesting TGE event followed by a 6-month vesting schedule, as you can see here. And we also have Treasury 20% with a 24-month vesting period, and so on and so forth. Total locked-in value for pStake is currently at 30.23 million US dollars, right? Which would put it, according to data from DeFi Pulse, at number 66. So the argument could be made that there's a lot of room for pStake to grow and go up that list. You can currently earn 7% APR by staking Cosmos on pStake, or 33% APR by staking Persistence. The team's founder is Tushar, and he is based out of the lovely Singapore. He's been working on pStake for about 3 years, give or take, with the rest of the team mainly from India, with their skill set being blockchain and software architecture. Some of the validators you may know, like Everstake, who are involved in everything from Tezos to Polkadot to Elrod to Cardano, you name it. At the time of this video, the crypto market cap as a whole entity is currently about 2.1 trillion. This is mainly divided among proof of work protocols and proof of stake protocols, at a ratio of 4.5 to 1 in favor of proof of work, which is mainly because of Bitcoin. However, if you, like many, believe that proof of stake is the future, perhaps protocols like pStake are in a prime position to take advantage of that, and we'll see that ratio of 4.5 to 1 get smaller and smaller as we move on into the latter part of the decade. My name is Zach, you've been watching Brokenomics. I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening. I'm out. Burp.